broke up. The first time saying this is it, I've had enough. Cause like we hadn't seen each other in a month.
Taylor Swift's year basically starts in Times Square performing We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together and I Knew You Were Trouble as part of the big New Year's Eve celebration. I mean, so that's like the biggest crowd on the biggest stage in the biggest city in the country.
I love it when our country artists are recognized at the Golden Globes or the Oscars or outside the People's Choice Awards, outside the traditional country award shows and events. And when you get someone like Taylor that just has this, huge audience and is expanded into all these other formats, that shows people that, hey, they do like country music.
Just won a Grammy for the song that we wrote for the Hunger Games soundtrack.
I did not think that was going to happen.
You know what? But thanks to the fans, thanks to the Grammy voters, it did. We're so stoked.
Well, I love these people. These are all incredible, extraordinary people, musicians, Taylor is changing the world right now. These two are too. It's beautiful to watch. I'm happy to be a part of it.
I mean, whether she's opening the Grammys or whether she's performing on any other award show, she makes it an event.
It seems like one of those nights. This place is too crowded, too many cool kids.
The video for 22 felt really personal. It was Taylor and her real friends acting out, what they might really do. It felt like you got a little glimpse into her life.
Yeah, we're happy, free, confused, and lonely in the best way. It's miserable and magical.
I think Taylor probably had the biggest tour of the year, not just for country singers, but for pretty much anybody.
I really like the element of surprise, and I love incorporating that into the shows. I like for these tours to be completely different from every single one we've done.
I think that her idea about that was that when she went into a city, when there was an artist who was well known from that city, she wanted to bring them on and collaborate with them and sort of pay tribute to the city.
It blew our minds, really.
It really did.
When we got the call. And and now to see our little Taylor, it's one of the biggest.
She's grown up.
Yeah, one of the biggest artists in the world.
Yeah.
So we couldn't be more proud of her.
I bet you got a dead cell phone in your shotgun seat. Yeah, I bet you're bending God's ear talking about me. You're trying not to let the first tip fall out.
I think for me, my first ACM performance was a little more nerve-wracking than most people's first ACM performances because I had a single called Tim McGraw, and I just decided I'm gonna walk off the stage up to said namesake. It ended up being like the entrance to a friendship with Tim and Faith that then ended up having him call me and say, hey, do you want to sing a song with me? And I'd been waiting for the call for years.
For Taylor to win 8 Billboard Music Awards, I thought just showed the power of a talented woman and great songs. You just can't deny that.
I can't live without you, I can't live without you, baby. My riches can't buy everything.
The way that you see them give everything they have for every single performance, that's what makes fans loyal to them. And that's been a huge influence on my entire outlook on my career.
Just go by.
Taylor Swift!
Thank you so much.
Thank you!
This is the last time I'm asking you this.
I think the unknown is what makes Taylor Swift a great duet partner. You go in the studio, you're not exactly sure what's going to come out. And I think that the product that's going to come out of a collaboration with Taylor Swift will be top notch because that's all she puts up with.
Taylor gave $4 million to the Country Music Hall of Fame to create an education wing. It was the single largest donation that the Hall of Fame and Museum had ever gotten. Taylor is turning out to be one of country music's great philanthropists. You will occasionally hear her describe some relationships that she's had as, going from 0 to 60 very, very quickly and then suddenly hitting a brick wall. You kind of get that from Red. Taylor won Artist Songwriter of the Year from the Nashville Songwriters Association last year. There's not another artist in country music right now who is consistently writing their own hits the way that Taylor is.
I think for me, songwriting is the reason that I do this. One of the most exciting things as a songwriter is seeing a song go from an idea that I had at 3 a.m. to then ending up on the radio. The idea for me to perform at the Victoria's Secret fashion show actually came from one of my friends, Lily, who is one of the angels. And I got a text from her one day and she said, "Hey, I'm with the president of Victoria's Secret and he's wondering if you want to play in the show this year. I think it could be so much fun."
You've seen Taylor Swift at every event. She's on the front row and she's standing up and dancing and singing the words to everybody else's songs. Doesn't matter, pop, rock, or whatever. She loves music, she respects it, and she just gets into it, no matter who is on stage.
It's amazing. This lady is known instantly, just Taylor. It doesn't have to be Taylor Swift, just Taylor.
She's a country star, but she is so much more than that now that any discussion of the top entertainers in country music pretty much has to start with Taylor.